Hello, everybody. Greg here. So it's kind of a, kind of a weird day in that strength is evaporating in what was strong and demand coming into the weaker, so a rotation of sorts within really messy patterns. So I'm just looking at the Dow here, which is pretty strong today. I spoke about this pre-market, about this consolidation day last week at the top of the wide range bar, and it had room to move up overall. This is just a big sloppy trading range, and at this point, who knows, maybe it's up to the top of the range, maybe it's new all-time highs in the Dow. You can see the consolidation that's been going on now for, well, about 5-6 months. So is it a bottom? Is it just a topping pattern? Yet to find out. Today it's strong. You can see the 5-minute just came out of the blocks, out of an end-of-day base there, and moved up while we look at the Qs gap down from an end-of-day base. Sellers came in on the gap fill, knocked it down, and it's just in a coma-like state here since, I guess, a little after 11 o'clock or so. It could go either way. You know, it's trending down on the 5-minute. It's on some support on the 65-minute. So kind of waiting to see whether buyers want to continue to step up here. Now it's down a few days on some support, maybe for some kind of little counter trend rally. Ultimately, it would be great if it would come down a bit further away from this prior high to set up a buy setup. We'll see what unfolds. S&Ps showing some relative strength by just going sideways. You know, that moved up in the morning, and the same kind of coma-like trading here going sideways. We'll see which way that goes. Some strength. Uber's looking pretty darn good. We thought this might be making a turn a week ago. It didn't do it in any kind of significant way. At the time, I thought it might come down and test the 50. Well, buyers stepped in on Friday, and now today they're continuing to, and they're at those pivots on the 65-minute where they're likely to stall, and we'll see how this shapes up, you know, into the afternoon. If it holds up here, well, that would be a new long type pattern, looking for it to go higher. Biotech back up to the top of the trading range. There's a little strength there today. You know, the Russell coming up, you know, things that didn't do well, Dow, the Russell coming back up again. The biotechs we looked at, and transports, another laggard, showing some strength today. What's doing well in there? Let's sort it by percent change on the day over here. And, well, truckers, shipping, you know, some nice reversals. And just flipping through here pretty quick. FedEx has earnings tomorrow. I'm not sure if it's after the close or before the open, but that looks good. But reporting earnings tomorrow. JBHT, another bottoming stock, transport trucker, not ready yet. And what else could we take a look at here? Interest rates stable, not doing much of anything. Financials showing some strength into a resistance area. You know, again, same thing about weaker indices or stocks that are being bought. Money rotating into that while money rotates out of some of the semiconductors in a relatively constructive way. I mean, it started with a big wide range bar, and it's just coming down to the unfilled gap and the rising 20. So somewhere in here, buyers should step up, and I would expect that to happen within the next couple of days, because as things come down, we like to see 1 or 2 days of stabilization, which occurring here could start another up move. NVIDIA, you know, pulling back into that support level where buyers should want to step up. It's stable here. You can see the support on the 65-minute as well. Just not ready yet like most things, just kind of dead in the water. MU Micron is going to report earnings on Wednesday, so that'll be another potential mover for the semi. So this coming down a little bit further, NVIDIA a little further chopping around. Maybe this comes out. It should have great earnings based on this move. So, by Thursday, assuming this report's Wednesday after the close, on Thursday, maybe all of this could be on its way back up again. So, yeah, just waiting here to see which way things might shake out here for the afternoon. It's kind of quiet. It was strong, just consolidating. I like the way IWM came up with this power bar, taking out those pivots. It does suggest higher, but the daily trend is down. So it's the main issue here is that you have different time frames out of alignment with others, whereas if we had multiple aligned with each other, we'd have the potential for momentum moves, and we just don't have that right now. Communications not doing anything. Healthcare starting to perk up there a little bit. Industrials, again, the weaker bringing up the rear. So we'll see how this unfolds. Give it a little time, and as that does, we'll have more confidence in some more trades. Well, more trades will set up as the pattern set up. So, as always, if you have any questions, email us, Greg and Dan at Master Trader.